What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Self Growth channel, where your journey to personal transformation begins. I'd like to take a quick moment to remind you that all of the information provided in these videos should be used for informational and educational purposes only, and it should not be used as a substitute for professional mental health advice or medical advice. Now, let's get back to the content for today. So recently on this channel, we've been talking a lot about the physical sensations that accompany anxiety. Many productive members of society struggle with anxiety on a regular basis. It can drastically diminish productivity, interpersonal functioning, and satisfaction with one's achievements. And that's why it's an essential topic to cover when we're looking into how to develop personal growth in your life. Now, anxiety is a very common experience, but not that many people truly understand all of the sensations that accompany anxiety. They've experienced them, like the stomach ache, the dizziness, the heart racing, but they don't really know why their body is doing these things. And without that essential knowledge, they can kind of react to those symptoms in a way that makes their anxiety worse, unfortunately. So that's why in this series, we're talking about why your body does it. What is it meaning? What is it trying to accomplish? And how can you fix it, basically? So without further ado, let's talk about nausea and gastrointestinal distress. Where'd that one come from? All jokes aside, anxiety can result in nausea, the feeling of wanting to vomit, diarrhea, like burritos, um, diarrhea, bloating, cramping, and other negative feelings in the stomach. And even after the stressor has gone away, it can take your stomach up to 20 to 30 minutes to resume its natural functioning and go back to healthy digestion. And this is because when your body gets anxious, it diverts blood away from the digestive system to your other vital organs, such as your arms and legs. I guess those are extremities, not organs, but to the other parts of your body that are more relevant to fighting or to running away from danger. And without proper blood flow, it's very difficult for your stomach to digest properly because the organs of the stomach, the intestines, the liver, they need adequate blood flow to function properly. Blood flow is also directly correlated with the amount of stomach acid and digestive enzymes that are produced. Blood flow is also related to peristalsis, which is the wave-like contraction of the stomach muscles that pushes food through the digestive system. So without proper blood flow, food stays in the stomach longer than it was designed to stay there. This can cause bloating, indigestion, and irritability of the stomach lining. Last but not least, blood flow is directly related to the mucosa lining that protects your stomach from bacteria and other pathogens and prevents those pathogens from entering into the bloodstream through the stomach lining. So the lack of blood flow to the digestive system that occurs when one gets anxious really affects the way that your body assimilates nutrients and the way that it deals with food that has entered into the stomach. And this poor digestion can have a recurrent effect on your mental health because of the gut-brain axis. This means that your gut very strongly impacts your mental health. And this is because it is connected to your brain through hormones, through the vagus nerve, and because the gut produces neurotransmitters that are essential for mental health. So the gut and the brain are very closely linked. The digestive system and mental health are associated, and you want to be really careful about your gut when you're working on your mental health. So one of the things that people get wrong with this is that they blame the food that they ate. they don't realize that their poor digestion is because they're stressing out, because they're anxious, and because they're afraid. They believe that their poor digestion is related to a food that they ate. And then they restrict that food and begin to avoid it because they believed that it triggered their digestive issues. And this can lead to more avoidance and more restriction of the diet, which can kind of just lead to more anxiety. Next, people tend to avoid eating when they get anxious. And unfortunately, this is the wrong move because not eating can affect the stable blood sugar levels that are needed for proper mental health. So it can exacerbate anxiety by not eating. So once again, it's very, very important to take care of your mental health and to prioritize it. Because without this, the health of your digestion and your gastrointestinal system may suffer. And I understand this can be a very touchy subject for some. Some of you may have been dealing with gastrointestinal issues for a long time and tried many, many solutions to fix this. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. I understand it can be very difficult. I myself have dealt with acid reflux that has really caused me some suffering in my life. But knowing what we know now about the digestive system and anxiety, I think this should just be used as another reminder for us to prioritize our mental health, to prioritize lessening our stress levels, reducing our anxiety, and facing our fears so that they do not keep recurring to bother us and create these anxiety symptoms, right? If you face your fear, you may have an upset stomach that one time. But if you learn something that is so powerful that you never fear that thing again, you'll have a better digestion for the rest of your life. So that's my encouragement, is get out there and face the things you're afraid of head on so that they don't keep causing anxiety. And if you need help doing that, there's lots of mental health professionals to help you with that and to guide you through that process. So I encourage you. Please let me know in the comments what you're going through, and if you like this video, please like it and subscribe it. And we'll go on to the next symptom, and if you have any specific questions about gastrointestinal distress, leave them in the comments and we'll make sure to answer them in a future video or in the comments. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.